Hello, my beautiful friends. How are you today? If we are meeting for the first time, I am so excited that this video found you. My name is Christina Harr. I am an energy intuitive and channel. I created this platform specifically on YouTube as a place where I can offer free energy healing, channeled messages from the angelic realm, and just share my heart with you, right? A place for us to connect where you can feel like you're not alone, knowing that like I too am very much having a human experience. And even though I've been on my healing journey for a very long time, and I mean, the angels are telling me I'm out of the trenches of like my 7 layers of hell, I like to call it, I still have my days where it's like hard and it hurts and I just need to connect and I want to connect. So that's what I'm doing. Today, we're not doing energy healing, but I am working on a paint by numbers that has actually been really fun. And with this, it has given me a chance to get out of my heart. Out of my heart, listen to me. Out of my head and back into my heart and just like get these intuitive messages and these epiphanies. And it's been like incredible. So I thought it'd be fun if you can want to just follow my journey and just hear me talk while I'm painting, and I can kind of share with you like some things that the angels were telling me. So this is what it looks like right now. It is supposed to, when it's all done, look like this cutie patootie. This is my little girl Tracy. She's an Irish doodle. So I'm gonna try and paint and talk at the same time, so bear with me. But I thought it could be fun to like watch my progress if you're interested. Because when I first got this, I was like, holy smokes, I was so overwhelmed with all these like small, intricate numbers and details. And I was like, this is supposed to be fun. And it gives me agita. How is this gonna be fun? But I just like took a deep calming breath and I just started going like number by number. And I was like, wow, it's like, this is cool. I was like, yeah, I could get into this. And then I'm like, telling you, I'm like in my heart, I'm like connected to spirit. It's pretty incredible. And you know why I thought like this would be worthwhile to make this video and talk to you, because when I first started channeling spirit, when they first started coming through my voice and giving me these verbal messages out loud, they kept telling me that I had things to say. And I have to tell you, I was like completely baffled. I was like, what? I was like, because they wanted me to share it with other people, my voice and my heart. And I was like, I don't have anything to say. I was like, if I literally had everyone's attention, if I was on the stage, I would literally have nothing to say. And they kept telling me over and over again, you need to use your voice. You need to share your frequency. You need to share your voice. And I'm like, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna talk about? What do people wanna hear from me? And like, I really put it off for such a long time. And I'm embarrassed to tell you like how long I said no to this invitation from the universe to share my voice. But here I am now. And I was like, all right, you know what? I'm not gonna do energy healing today because I'm painting, but I'm gonna talk to people. And I'm gonna say why I start every video with hello, my beautiful friends. Because honestly, we're all interconnected. Like hashtag we're connected. And I don't care that we've never met in person. Like I love you simply because you exist. Like we are both humans having this extremely hard human experience together. And like, I don't care if you're a male or female. Like this is like friendship, right? Like you deserve to be seen and to be heard and to be told you matter. Like that's huge. And like, why do we feel like we need to like personally know the person to like tell them? Like you don't. You know what? And especially like since working with the angels, like they just keep telling me like it's our birthright simply because we exist. That love is not a transaction. It's not something that has to be earned. Like, forget that. No way, not true. And we are really coming into like a heart-centered time. I know it might not seem it, it might not feel it, you might not believe it because of like the chaos that's going on in the world. But like we are really like going more into like heart coherence, where it's gonna be okay and normal for someone to say like, hey, I love you just because you exist. And like, yeah, maybe I don't know you, but I'm still allowed to love you. I'm still glad you're here. Like, thank you for being on this earth with me. So anyway, I'm thrilled that maybe who I am and my personality is going to be more normalized in the future. I said it's so funny, like back when I was like in the trenches of like my suffering and really just like it was taking everything I could to like hang on. I was like hanging by a thread, but there was a woman on YouTube that I would listen to on a daily basis, and just her voice. Like she was a trance channel of the angelic realm, but she does mostly like world predictions. She doesn't do the energy healing piece of it. It's predictions. But just like turning her on, like she has no idea I exist, right? She's over in Britain, like Great Britain area somewhere. I'm here in Quakertown, Pennsylvania. And I feel like she's literally like my best friend. Like she was, turning her on YouTube and like listening to her voice helped me get through some of my darkest times of like just to be reminded like the angels love us and like to just keep going. And now I hear the angels. Like I literally just had to keep going, doing all the things to believe in myself and to realize like I'm not going to stay stuck in my suffering forever. It was just like this really hard, important initiation process that I needed to go through to get healthy and regulate my nervous system and learn how to work with spirit and discernment. And it's like now I hear the angels and like the things that they tell her, they're telling me too. And I was just like, wow, it's incredible. But it's so funny because sometimes I don't listen to her as often, but I still do. And, at night, like when I have my phone on my nightstand, I'll put her on and I'll, it's like the joke with my husband. He's like, oh, you're putting your best friend on? I was like, yep. Sorry, put earplugs in because I'm going to listen to her while I'm going to sleep. But it was so funny. And I was just like, you know what? If I could do that for somebody else, yes, please. Like, sign me up. Yes, please. If I could help anybody, like, have a better day. Yeah. I almost feel like I'm going to get choked up about it. I'm sorry. It's important to me. It's like just my gut, my natural instinct that, like, we're all in this together and we just need to be reminded, Life is hard. I don't negate anything that you've been through or that you're currently going through. I just wanted to remind you that you can get through it. You can, and you don't have to feel so alone. There's help out there. If you feel like you can't connect in with spirit yet, that's okay. If you have the capacity to reach out to a human, reach out to a human. If you've never experienced energy healing, I would absolutely recommend it. I'm gonna be doing more videos shortly where I am sending energetic healing, and all you simply need to do is be willing to receive. You don't have to do anything aside from just being open to the experience. But I'll tell you what, like I went through like the gamut of all different kinds of different problems with my health, and I have so many stories of where it's like nothing helped, no medicine helps, no doctor was able to help, but like the energy treatments, they were incredible. And then when I hear other people, like their stories about how energy healing like helped them heal, it's just incredible. Like our mind is, wow, like the power of our mind. But we have to retrain our mind to get out of this suffering, to not stay stuck. And trust me, I get it. So long story short, I was on antidepressants for like 15 years and I knew like I was not well on them and they weren't good and it wasn't working. They were not doing what they were supposed to. So working with a wellness coach and my doctor, I started to wean off. simultaneously, I had contracted Lyme disease, but I didn't know that because I thought all the suffering that I was going through with my physical body and my mind, I thought it was all from the medicine. So it took like 7 months before I was formally diagnosed. And then by that time that they found the Lyme, it was chronic. So I was dealing with all kinds of hard stuff, and I wasn't telling anybody about it. I was suffering in silence, aside from like my husband, of course, and my wellness coach, because I didn't want judgment. I didn't want people to look at me and be like, oh, you're sad, there's a pill for that. Like, there's things you could be doing aside from like taking the holistic route. Because again, it was just like in my gut, like it was my inner knowing where like you could not convince me, like I didn't want to be convinced that I needed to try something else. I knew I needed to get healthy on my own. So I'm just putting this out there. Like, I went through a lot of pain, a lot of suffering, but I got through it. So if you're going through something tough, like, I get it. And I would love to help. Like, I offer one-on-one sessions, in person or Zoom. So if it's something you're interested in connecting to learn further, I'd love to do a discovery call and just talk to you more about the energy healing and what exactly it can do for your body and helping your nervous system, become regulated again. Because too often we're living completely unregulated and we have no idea. We don't. And then it causes all kinds of havoc in other places in our body and all kinds of problems in our life. But anyway, that's a whole other video. But look at me, I'm talking and I'm not painting. This was supposed to be like a multitasking, but multitasking is kind of hard for me. I try and then I get like all lost in it. How about you guys? Are you good at multitasking? Anyway, so I'll leave you with that for now. But yeah, if any of this resonated with you and if you're still here, thank you. And just keep coming back. All right? Have the best day ever. And try to find something fun. Like, the angels were like telling me like I need to find my own hobbies that don't involve like other people, because I love to help other people. And I was like, what can I do that's for myself, that's fun? Finding a hobby as an adult is hard. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Take care.